Welcome back to a light side playthrough of Star Wars Knights of the Republic. Last time we went around these apartments, and now we'll go to the upper city. Got a journal entry, let's see. Rapid transit system. Star Wars Knights of the Republic has a rapid transit system to allow you to move quickly through the game. You can access the rapid transit system through your map screen. On the map screen you will see a button that says Return to Hideout. In non-action areas you can use this button to instantly transport you back to the apartment complex where your base is located. In some action areas this button will be disabled. While in the apartment complex, the button on the map screen will read Transit Back. When pressed, you will be transported back to a location where you last used the Return to Hideout function. Remember, if you leave the area around your hideout, the Transit Back button will switch back to Return to Hideout, and you will have to manually walk back to your previous location. Okay, this will come in handy later maybe? You should try using the Return to Hideout and Transit Back button now, just to see how they work. So we'll do as we are told. Return to Hideout. When you use the return to function, you will be instantly transported back to your base and your entire party will be healed. This function is disabled in most action and combat areas. Okay. Are you sure you wish to return to your hideout? Yes. And now we can transit back to where we were before. Okay, it worked. So we got some new items. And we are now in the upper city south. And we'll take a look around. The salvage droids are busy scanning and scavenging the remains of this Republic escape pod. So these are the things we crashed with on Taris.
I wonder if any of those Republic space pods survived crash landing in the Undercity.
So this is the shop we were told about. This droid is too busy performing its assigned duties to speak with you. We'll talk to her.
Hello there. I haven't seen you in my shop before. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kebla Yurt. Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. You looking to buy some supplies? My shop's the largest one in all of Upper Taris. Best selection on the planet. Whatever you need, I've got. Well, mostly.
Mostly? What do you mean by that?
The Sith confiscated all my heavy weapons and they impounded all my ships and swoop bikes. But I've still got a real nice selection, if you're interested.
Let me see what you've got for sale.
Just so you know, the prices on the items are final. No bargaining here. This isn't a swap meet, okay? I only deal in top-notch stuff.
So there's a heavy armor suit and some other weapons and grenades and mines and permacrete detonator. Okay. Maybe it's a quest item we need later.
Welcome to the Equipment Emporium. Finest selection of supplies in all of Taris. You interested in seeing what I have in stock?
I want to ask you some questions.
Anything I can do to help a potential customer out. What do you want to know?
Do you know anything about those escape pods that crashed here on Taris?
I heard a couple of pods crash down in the Undercity. I bet the crash sites have already been stripped clean by the Sith, though. Unless the swoop gangs or Davik's men got there first.
Swoop gangs? What can you tell me about them?
I don't have have anything good to say about those swoop gangs. Zooming around on their swoop bikes, terrorizing the lower city like a bunch of animals. Things weren't so bad when the hidden Becks were running the show. But ever since the rise of the Black Vulture gang, the lower city has been nothing short of a war zone. The Sith haven't even bothered trying to maintain order down there. And I heard a rumor that Davik's own people are having problems with the Black Vultures now.
What do you know about Davik?
Oh, Davik's a legitimate businessman, if you get my drift. Smuggling, slaving, extortion. They say he's a member of the Exchange, you know, the intergalactic criminal organization.
I've heard of the Exchange. Bad organization across. But if anyone has blockade-breaking ships, though, it's them.
I have to pay him a protection fee every month, but it's reasonable. And I get most of my inventory through Davik and his suppliers. I'm just smart enough not to ask where it came from, you understand?
Davik's nothing but a petty crime lord.
Careful where you say that. Davik's got spies and agents everywhere. Besides, he's as much a part of Taris as the skyscrapers or the swoop gangs.
Is Davik working with the Sith?
Davik hates the Sith as much as anybody. The quarantine has put a real dent in his operations, too. But he's keeping a low profile as long as the occupation lasts. Davik stays out of the way, and the Sith don't bother him. The swoop gangs could learn a thing or two from this tidy little arrangement, instead of always going after each other.
Swoop gangs? What can you tell me about them?
I don't have anything good to say about those swoop gangs. Zooming around on their swoop bikes, terrorizing the lower city like a bunch of animals. Things weren't so bad when the hidden Becks were running the show. But ever since the rise of the Black Vulture gang, the lower city has been nothing short of a war zone. The Sith haven't even bothered trying to maintain order down there. And I heard a rumor that Davik's own people
Okay, we already had that.
Black Vultures now.
I was wondering how you feel about the Sith.
It's not smart to say bad things about the people in power, if you get what I mean. I just wish the Sith would ease up on the quarantine. They're killing my business. I can't say I like having them here in Upper City, but it could be worse, and we're still a lot better off than the Lower City, what with those swoop gangs and all.
I need some more general information on Taris.
Oh, you're one of those off-worlders, aren't you? Come to Taris for a short business trip and end up stuck here because of the Sith quarantine, right? Oh, you can't be too happy. Trapped on an unfamiliar world and all. But Taris isn't so bad, as long as you stay in the Upper City. Just try to avoid the Sith. And stay out of the Lower City. The swoop gangs are totally out of control. Even Davik's men are having trouble down there.
I'll be going now.
Good day to you then. Remember to come back to my shop if you ever need any supplies.
So...
Don't bother me. I'm here on official Sith business.
Okay. This is the cantina we were told about. But we'll first explore this area completely.
I've got a ton of things to do today. I can't talk to you.
Stay out of the lower city. That place is overrun with gangs.
Out of our way, citizen. We're on official Sith business. Just stand aside if you know what's good for you.
Greetings and good day. On behalf of the new Sith rulers, I am programmed to encourage you to enjoy your stay on Taris. I am a cryptical droid programmed to provide information to everyone on Taris, citizens and visitors alike. Is there something I can do to serve you?
What can you tell me about the Sith?
The Sith are the new authority here on Taris. They seek to preserve the customs of our world, also I am told. More than this I cannot say. May I be of any further service to you?
Is there some way I can get a shuttle off this planet?
I am afraid that is impossible. Taris is currently under a planet-wide quarantine. The Sith are allowing no one to arrive or leave except on official Sith business. May I be of any further service to you?
Do you know anything about the gangs in the lower city?
The Taris Tourism Board has issued a strong warning to all visitors to avoid the lower city. It is a violent and dangerous place you would do well to avoid. May I be of any further service to you?
How come there are hardly any aliens around?
Alien species have restricted access to the upper city. This is one of the most ancient traditions of Taris, and the Sith have promised to preserve such traditions. Of course, I have yet to see them arrest a single alien for traveling the upper city without a permit. May I be of any further service to you?
Who do you work for?
I am an employee of the Taris government, programmed to provide information and guidance to any who require it. May I be of any further service to you?
I don't need anything right now.
Then if you will excuse me, I must continue my appointed rounds.
Okay. Here we could go to the next area.
Davik says you missed your last payment.
Here, I've got 50 credits, a down payment. That should buy me some time, right?
Sorry, you're out of time. Now it's all or nothing. Davik can't have people not paying his debts.
But I don't have that much. How can I give you credits I don't have?
That's too bad. Taris is going to want to make an example of you. You're coming with us.
No, help! Somebody help! They're going to kill me!
I know we have to be careful about drawing attention to ourselves, but we can just let them drag this guy off? Hold on a second. Looks like we got ourselves a witness here.
Leave this man alone, or you have to deal with me, or I don't think I like your attitude. I better teach you a lesson, or sorry, I'll be going now. So we'll take the first option, leave this man alone, or you have to deal with me. Guess we have to teach you to mind your own business. So we are in a fight, and let's see how it goes.
Ready.
And our first light side points.
You asked for this!
Okay, looks like we should use normal attacks.
Thank you. I owe you my life. Those bounty hunters are going to take me away and kill me. My wife warned me not to take a loan from Davik. Now I can't pay him back. It's not good to owe a crime lord money. He'll just keep sending more bounty hunters after me till I'm dead.
Maybe I can help you? Or I'm just glad I could help, or hand over all credits if you want to live. Maybe I can help you.
You already helped me by saving me from those bounty hunters, so unless you have a spare 100 credits to give me so I can pay off Davik, there's nothing else you can do.
Okay, maybe we should have sold something so we could help him, but yeah, we don't have 100 credits right now. I'm just glad I could help.
I'm getting out of here before any more of Davik's goons show up. You should do the same.
Can't you see I'm busy with my duties? Go talk to Zelka if you need something.
I see from your appearance that you're an off-worlder. Still, you're welcome here. I will not have it said that Zelka Foreign refused to help somebody just because they weren't a citizen of Taris. Do you require healing or medical supplies? I can treat almost any injury or ailment right here at the medical facility. Except the rat ghoul disease, of course.
Rat ghoul disease? What's that?
The terrible affliction has plagued Taris for many generations. It is spread by the Rakghouls, horrible monsters that live in the Undercity below Taris's great skyscrapers. Prolonged exposure to the Undercity breeds the disease, and those infected will eventually mutate into Rakghouls themselves, becoming mindless beasts that feed on the flesh of others.
Is there no cure?
There is no antidote for the disease, though I heard the Republic scientists at the military base here on Taris were close to perfecting a cure. Then the Sith arrived. They overran the military base, and now they refuse to allow anyone access to the laboratories inside. The Sith are keeping all the serum for the patrols they send into the Undercity. If I could just get my hands on a sample of that serum, the Rakghoul disease could be wiped from the face of Taris forever. I don't see how that's going to happen.
Maybe I could help find a way to get my hands on the serum for you.
I don't see how anyone could get their hands on that serum. The military base is crawling with Sith guards. Breaking in there would be a suicide mission. I suppose the Sith patrols in the Undercity might have a sample of the serum on them, if they hadn't already used it because of a Rakghoul infection. But I doubt a patrol would just hand the serum over, and nobody is stupid enough to attack one of the Sith patrols, even in the Undercity.
Don't worry, Zeka. I'll get the serum for you.
Please, don't say that. If the Sith hear you, they might think I'm suggesting you start attacking their patrols. They could shut me down. I only mentioned the serum because you asked. I don't actually expect anyone to get me the serum. Now, is there anything else I can do for you?
I want to ask you some questions.
I am quite busy maintaining the facility, but I suppose I could spare a bit of time to answer some questions. What would you like to know?
Tell me about the Rakghoul disease.
The terrible affliction has plagued Taris for many generations. It is spread by the Rakghouls, horrible monsters that live in the Undercity below Taris's great skyscrapers. Prolonged exposure to the Undercity breeds the disease, and those infected...
Okay, we already had that. I want to ask you some questions.
I am quite busy.
How do you feel about the Sith?
I know enough to be scared of them. I've heard about the brutality of the Sith. I know what they do to the planets they conquer. So far, all they've done is ask me some general questions, but I'm afraid they might one day decide to shut this facility down simply out of evil spite. I guess there's not much I can do about the Sith, except hope that the Republic finds a way to stop their conquest of the entire galaxy.
Let me take a look at what you've got for sale.
Of course. Just step over here and I'll show you what I have in stock. My prices are very reasonable, just what I need to keep this facility operating.
So he has some stims, some implants, and healing items. And we could also sell stuff to him. And we got a new quest, Rakghoul Serum. Zeka at the Upper City Medical Center is eager to acquire a sample of the Rakghoul Serum, used by the Sith Undercity patrols. And we could
Ready?
take a look at what's behind here.
On it. It's open.
What are you doing? Don't go in there! That door is for employees only!
What's going on here? Oh, hey, I recognize these men. They are Republic soldiers. We take the second option. Hey, I recognize men. These are Republic soldiers.
You recognize these soldiers? But how? Unless you're a friend of the Republic.
Persuade, I am a friend of the Republic. You can trust me, or persuade Fred. Either tell me what's going on, or you can explain it to the Sith. We'll try the first one. I'm a friend of the Republic. You can trust me.
I guess I'd better tell you what's going on. I only hope the Sith don't find out what I've done. Since the space battle overhead, people have been secretly bringing in these Republic soldiers who crash-landed on the planet. I had to take them in. What choice did I have? Their injuries are terrible. Most won't survive. But at least I can make their last days more comfortable. And at least here they're hidden away from the Sith.
Well, for that you have my thanks. It's good to know that at least some of these men ended up in compassionate hands.
I hate to imagine what the Sith would do if they discovered these soldiers here. But since their initial questioning, the Sith have not returned, so it may be my fears are unfounded.
Is there anything I can do to help? Or don't worry, your secret is safe with me. Or it's going to cost you if I want to keep this information secret. Is there anything I can do to help?
I'm afraid there's nothing more anyone can do for these soldiers. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should return to the front in case anyone comes in needing medical attention.
And another light set point gained. Let's see if we can interact with something here. No. Let's see if I have
Welcome
anything
back.
else to say.
Are you in need of healing or medical supplies? I can treat you right here at the center for almost any condition, except the raccoon disease, of course.
I want to ask you some questions.
I am quite busy maintaining the facility.
Do you know anything about the Republic escape pods that crashed in the Undercity?
All I know is what I was told by the people who brought these Republic soldiers here for treatment. They found the wreckage of 2 escape pods down in the Undercity.
Tell me about the Undercity.
The Undercity is a wasteland crawling with flesh-eating mutants called raccoons. I feel sorry for the outcasts that are forced to live there.
Outcasts?
Justice here on Taris is swift and harsh. There are only 2 punishments: execution or banishment to the Undercity. Anyone banished can never return on pain of death. Even their descendants are forced to live in the depths beneath our great cities. Whenever I can, I send supplies to the Undercity to help ease the misery of their lives. Although there is nothing I can do to help those infected with the raccoon disease.
Tell me about Upper Terrace.
The people here in the upper city generally like to think they're better than the rest of Taris, but we're no better than anyone else. The people here can be selfish, greedy, arrogant, even prejudiced. That's why aliens need special permission to leave the lower city. Maybe if more people in the upper city weren't so self-centered, things wouldn't be so bad in the lower city and the undercity.
Tell me about Lower City.
The lower city has been overrun by swoop gangs and thugs. If you're going to travel down there, you'd better go armed. If you don't get attacked by one of the swoop gangs, you'll probably end up beaten and robbed by one of Davik's thugs. Soon it will be as bad as the undercity.
What do you know about Davik?
Davik is the resident crime lord of Taris. He deals in stolen goods, he trades in slaves and contraband, and it would take a month to list all the people he's made disappear. His slimy grasp even reaches here into Upper Taris. Most of the shops pay him protection money, so he'll leave them alone. The man is nothing but a thug. I guess I'm lucky. Since my medical facility doesn't make any profits, Davik doesn't bother me. But if you ask me, he's no better than the Sith.
Tell me about the Undercity.
The Undercity is a wasteland crawling with flesh-eating mutants called raccoons. I feel sorry for the outcasts.
Okay. And I want to ask something else.
I am quite busy maintaining...
I just want some general information about Taris.
I don't know much, but I'll tell you what I can. Do you want to know about Upper Taris, or are you more interested in Lower Taris?
Okay, we already got all of this, so I'll be going now.
Goodbye, and good health to you. If you ever need any medical aid or treatment, you know where to find me.
Psst, you there. Wait a minute. I need to talk to you about the raccoon serum. I've got an offer for you might want to hear.
An offer? What are you talking about? Or I'm not interested. An offer? What are you talking about?
Zelka isn't the only one who wants to get his hands on the raccoon serum. Davik Kang will pay you 10 times what Zelka can if you can get the cure.
Davik Kang? Who's that?
Oh, come on. Everybody knows who Davik Kang is. He's the big boss around here. Gambling, smuggling, extortion. He's got a piece of all the action on Taris.
You mean Davik's a crime lord?
I prefer to think of him as a role model. He started with nothing, and now he's got it all. Credits, power, women. It's the Tarisian dream, right?
Why does Davik want to cure so badly?
Davik's interested in anything that can turn a profit. He could make a fortune selling the serum to anyone infected with the disease. Not like Zelka, who'll practically give it away.
Where can I find Davik if I want to give him the cure?
Davik isn't the kind of guy you can just walk up to, you know. He likes to keep his business at arm's length. The best thing to do is to take the Rakghoul serum to Zax. He runs the Lower City Bounty Office, but everyone knows he also works for Davik. He'll make it worth your while.
Why do you care who gets the cure?
Look, Zelka can't afford to pay me much. If you sell the serum to Davik, I can probably get a nice finder's fee for directing you to him.
What if I tell Zelka you're helping Davik get the cure?
I'll just deny it. Who's Zelka gonna believe? Me or some off-world stranger? Now be smart about this. You'll get a better deal selling to Davik.
I think I'd rather give the serum to Zelka. He'll use it to help people.
Helping people is all well and good, but you have to help yourself first, right? I'm telling you, Davik will pay big credits for the cure. More than Zelka could ever afford.
And then only the rich could afford the cure. Just let the poor suffer, right?
If you find the Rakghoul serum, just take it to Zax in the Lower City Bounty Office. He works for Davik. He'll pay you what that cure is really worth. Remember, if you get your hands on that Rakghoul serum, take it to Zax in the Lower City Bounty Office. He works for Davik, and he'll make it worth your while.
Okay, let's try to tell Zelka about it.
Welcome back. Are you in need of healing or medical supplies?
I can't talk to him about it. So I'll be going now.
Goodbye, and good health.
And this completes our tour of the Upper City South. And we got a new quest. Rakghoul Serum. Zelka at the Upper City Medical Center is eager to acquire a sample of the Rakghoul Serum used by the Sith Undercity patrols. However, Joy, Zelka's assistant, mentioned that it might be more profitable if we deliver the serum to Zax in the bounty office in the Lower City Cantina. We'll probably help Zelka. And we will go to the cantina next. And this will be in our next episode. Until then, bye!